Hello guys. Welcome to my page, Timo Starboy, Reality Talk TV. This is another update. Another update, another episode. So you are welcome to the platform on Facebook, Timo Starboy Channel Blogs, on YouTube, Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV, on Twitters at Timothy Oladipo1. Please share our program. God will bless you. So we will start now. I greet you by starting good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and for those people who are already sleeping, good night as usual. So please, anytime you wake up, please watch our video and listen and share. And don't forget to put your comment below. Your suggestion is welcome anytime, any day. So please let us start our show now. Let us start in good health and love and harmony. So, for those people that they are first time on our page, so we are just pleading to you, the comment that you will be giving us, we want it to be correspond with our video, because you cannot be half listening and half judgment. We don't welcome that. You have to listen fully to our videos and know what the comment you will put on. We want you to reason with us. We want you to grab the point. Just the content inside the video is what we are talking about. We're not talking about ranting or making any nonsense comment and accusing unlawfully. So this our video is genuine, is from the horse's mouth. That is why we are playing it. We are not doctoring it. We are not putting any lotion on it. We just play it at it is, from the video, from the source. So that is why it make us authentic and very reality. So we are for real here. We are for real. So our struggle continue. Freedom for the people, freedom for the people, freedom for the people. We are fighting for our freedom in that country called Nigeria. The Oyibo have done their own part, in amalgamating us in the first place for their own selfish interest. And now it is left for us to escape from the contamination, from the dungeons that they put us, because we are in the prison in that so-called Nigeria. So we are in the prison of politician. All these are our so-called gullible leaders. Even there, they don't know their own fate. They don't know their own life. They are just doing anything as they want. Unlawful country, lawless country as it is. So we are just trying to, fight for our freedom. So we are the agitators, and we are fighting for the freedom. So all this our calling out of them, these our presidents, governors, senators, house of rep, and all those chairmen, in the local areas. So we are just calling on them to stay focused, to know our cry, to know what we are crying about. Not that we are just ranting unnecessarily. We know what we are talking about. We know, because we are focusing to their matter. We are sitting on top of their matter, and that is can't, because we know where the shoe is paining us in our leg. So that is it. So this video, I will play you first from Arise TV. There's one guy. He just came off from nowhere. I don't know his name. Maybe he say Baba Bolaji or whatever. Anyway, you hear along the comment they made at the Arise TV, Rufai and the rest. So the man was trying to defend a lie. When you lie once, you will have two to cover it up. When you lie once, when you lie in one time, you will have two to cover it up, to back it up. You know what I mean? You will be lying multiply, like if you lie two, you will have four to cover it up, and so on. So on, it will be going like that until you box out, until they box your house. You caught up in a lie, and there's no escape for that. So that is the show. They just been coming out, giving unnecessary this comment. something that is cannot be you can't listen to. It's just like a just I don't know, irritating covering up something that you already know, and somebody want to teach you what you already know. That's nonsense. That is meaningless. You know, you cannot teach us what we already know. We know all these things is a lie. It's a fraud. You know, it's a scam. And somebody will just come out of nowhere from blue sky or anywhere, you know, on this earth, just come out and begin playing a role that it cannot acceptable, you know, in this society, you know, just come out and be lying. He himself, you know, that is so ridiculous. This guy is a so ridiculous guy, you know. He's a so ridiculous and so joke. It's such a joke. It's such a joke, man. Because we cannot accept all these kind of things. You say you are in a Chicago State of University with the guy in 1979, and you cannot bring any proof to back up your story. You can't bring out any single proof that maybe okay picture that will take place in your class, or maybe in your premises, that maybe you are doing some party, you know, all those things, just to show us the evidence, to show us the proof that you are with this guy, and that is enough. That will close up the matter. It will just close up the matter entirely. Nobody will do perm again. Nobody will breathe again on that matter. So the matter will be closed up, and we move on. But you are just coming out with your stupid mouth, with your dirty gutter mouth, saying that you are with the guy. And this man, if you look at this man is very young age. Even there, maybe I've seen this man in the age, for that matter. He's a young to this fellow we are talking about, this Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Even the Bola Ahmed Tinubu, it can be this guy can be his son, first son, you know. He can born this guy in 2 times, because this guy was so young, and for him to come out and be lying, think the whole entire Nigeria, that is over 200 million people, are stupid. That's what they take us for. They take us for granted, take us for nonsense. Say that we are dumb. We don't know what our right hand is left hand. We don't know. We cannot read between the line. That is what he was doing. Say we are stupid, you know. And he is the one that is so stupid, because for him to come out and be saying all those jargons, that is so senseless for him of him. It's so senseless and stupidity, you know. You cannot just come out and be saying you want to cover up some lie, you know. Can you cover a smoke? Eh? Can you cover a smoke? A smoke that you cannot cover a smoke, it will link out. In anyhow it form, it will link out any way, because smoke can never be covered. So you just come out, you cannot guide yourself well, you are loose guiding. You know, somebody have just paying you off to come and do some circus show, you know, just like jokers, you know, clowns, saying that you are with him on the same subject, the same business administration, you are the same accountant. You know, you just listen to yourself. Listen to what is coming out from your gutter mouth. Just blatant liars. You just cook something, you think we will come and swallow it and digest it. You think we don't have our this mindset, we don't have our mental in order, you know. We don't have our brain to think about the case, you know, to re-examine the case. Is that what you think? Anyway, shame on you, shame on you and the rest of your family, because for you to come out and say stupid thing like that on the national TV, that is so stupid of you. It is only so stupid of you. You are still so low to come out with your what you require, or what you acquire, you know, what your caliber is. You know, there is no respect for you to do that. And this man is an Yoruba, for that matter. You know, all these kind of people, they are the one that they are just bringing down our level down on our race. because we don't need this kind of person to be coming out and be shameful, shameful in character. You have to think before you do something. Think before you do. Look before you leap. That is it. You don't just come out with your useless reasonable or useless idea that maybe this one will save the man neck. There's no how you can back this guy, this Bola Tinubu, that will not be rubbed with mud, with a dirty, with a shit, because he's a full of garbage. He's a bad man, he's a garbage, he's full of mud all his body, and he's want to rub somebody with the mud. You want to rub somebody with the shit, and it can never be so. If you are just bringing yourself to cover this man, that means you two are the same level. You are the same rogues. You are the same thief. You are the same liar. You are the same scammer. So don't let me just say something that I don't want to regret anything on the internet, on the social media, to be saying something that it is not good for my fellow Nigeria. So if you are still coming up, for you people that you are just want to cover up the shit that Bola Ahmed have been shitting down now, I'm just directing this thing to you. Know how you can cover up, because what is on the ground now is so overwhelming. Is even say more than what you can clean up. This shit, you cannot clean it up. It's so overwhelming. Everybody knows about it. There's no different way, you can identify yourself to say you want to guide this guy. You will rub with mud, you will rub with shit. Definitely. Obviously, your show will be so shameless. Your show will be so shameless, and you will be shameless for the rest of your life, for you to cover up for this guy. Just like Soyinka too. Wale Soyinka, we call it Lore, Noble Lore. He himself, he doesn't know how to guide himself. He was loose guiding, in all what he was saying, talking something that is not on the table, something that is not written, just concussion some story and be talking on the national TV, for your own cannibal, the father of you. You are the father of your family. You are just coming out to blaspheme somebody. That is not good for you, Mr. Wale Soyinka. We respected you a lot. We put you in a high rank. For you to be bringing yourself low, cheap, it's the cheapest things for you to be saying. Don't come out again and say all those kind things. We can't accept it. It doesn't enter anywhere. We can't swallow, even we can't chew it, talk less of swallowing it down to our throat. We cannot do that. Because you are just, I don't know whether you have a hatred for the man or masses. I don't know which one. Before you come out, just make yourself in order. Don't lose guide yourself. Guide yourself very well. Know that this content I'm going to present, I'm going to present for the people. They will listen, and they will listen very good, and they will digest it. They will pick up the point. Not that you just come and talk what is rubbish, what is not on the ground. You'll be talking outside the point. We don't need that. You are Lombo Lore, in literature. We give you the respect for that in Yoruba culture. But Yoruba, they never do all those things that you are doing. It's a shameful. It's a shameful. Call a space a space. Don't say that because you are ethnic bigoted, or you are just siding your own race. No, you can't put any sentiment on this. You can't be biased. Say the truth and let the devil be ashamed. Say the truth. Let everybody know that you are in the truth side. Don't say this one is your brother, this one is your family. No, you can't put sentiment on that, because you want to gather innocent people, to a brilliant people in the country, to lecture them. Not as stupid people that they will be just when they see some peanut, they lose their brain. We can never accept that. We can never accept that. So that is it. So let me quickly play you this video, guys. Let me play you this video. Don't let me talk too much. So let's ride on this video. I think okay.
And we graduated. He did attend the university, and he graduated.
This is the man. As you can see his face.
Okay, as you did, as I did in 1979.
1979.
I'm here to testify that he did.
Is it not this guy look younger?
He was a good student.
Look at his face well. This guy was younger, even younger than this Baba we are talking about. Look at his face.
And you contesting that he didn't go to college university. How is that possible? I cannot imagine how that is possible. That they are claiming
this
that
young guy is the same class with our Papa,
the president might be
Bola Tinubu. Can you imagine? A lie, blatant liar.
That he didn't attend university. He didn't attend university.
See,
he was governor for 8 years.
He was governor for 8 years.
All right, I mean, I don't know if you need a university degree to be a governor, but certainly.
Look at this young guy. I even pass this guy by age.
Mr. Ogunsoya has
a
lot of reactions as well. Let me take one from Ioma who wrote, "It's been 23 years since Tinubu's Chicago qualifications were first challenged, and suddenly Drojaye Ogunsoya, a public affairs analyst with no clinical footprint, suddenly remembers he attended school with
Drojaye Ogunsoya. You are shameless to the Yoruba race. I said it one more time. You are shameless to the Yoruba race. So for you to come out with your gutter mouth and be saying all these jargons, because you want to cover up some shit from this man. The shit that this man have got down, you want to cover it. You want to clean it up. It can never be clean, because we all know this is a scam. You know, this is a bunch of scammers. Just imagine this young man, this fellow here. I will senior this man by age. Not to talk of the man that is down. This our Bola Tinubu. Look at the faces. Look at the faces. Yeah. Do you see any resemblance? Do you see any age resemblance? Eh? The gap is there. This young man, see face, fresh face like this, and this old papa, see, young man with old papa in the same 1979. Say 1979 in Chicago State University. He was attended with the man. Even they used to be Jofia, you know. They joke a lot. They joke about his accent, you know. Tinubu's accent, Yoruba accent. See all these lies. Where is it going? Who did this to us? Because you've been paying, or I don't know what kind of position you are seeking for. What kind of a position now you are seeking from this man as administration now? For you to just come out and be mocking yourself, mocking the whole entire of your family. You think it's a joke? You think we are here for joke? Is that serious? Is that serious on you? We think we are here for joke. We are here for serious matter. That we cannot elect, we cannot even elect somebody as a leader to be ruling us, you know, that we don't know him. We don't know where he's graduated. We don't know where his birth certificate. We don't know anything from his family. We don't know this man's activities. We don't know. He should prove himself out. Just prove yourself out. That is what we need to know. Who are you? Before I can deal with you. I can't deal with you blindly. I can't deal with somebody that is irrelevant, you know, in the matter. We don't know his background. We don't know his legacy. We don't know anything about this man. And some people, they are still gullible to be coming out and defend lies, defend crook. Defend crook. In the name of say they want to belong. Look at this freshman one more time, guys. Look at this freshman. Does he look like age mate to this Bola Tinubu? in the first place. This one has been disqualified. What he just planned to come and do here, you know, it has been disqualified totally. Say this man is a liar, and there's nothing to show for. There's no evidence to show that this man went to the Chicago University with Bola Tinubu. There's nothing to show. No picture, nothing, no certificate. Even himself doesn't have the certificate. Talk less or say you say. Anyway, let's continue the video.
And used to mock his accent.
Very sick of this people. Very sick.
Another Twitter user, Raymond, goes, a simple Google search of Duro Jaye Ogunsoya shows that this man didn't exist till 2 days ago.
He didn't exist.
No LinkedIn, Facebook, or even Chicago
20 years ago.
Outside his ambiguous
case.
Do these clowns think this is the 1980s or 1990s? Information is everywhere.
Very stupid people all around.
Raymond, I mean, he may not have a LinkedIn or digital footprint, and not everybody does.
Let's say he's not digital.
But that actually was the rhetoric on social media.
Please kindly share, guys. Share. God will bless you.
It's quite curious. Yes. That's the first thing that came to mind as well. Like, so finally, someone has come out as a witness to give an interview to not just talk about the fact that they went to university together, but even give a character witness in terms of the kind of student that he was. Now, Mr. Durojaye Ogunsoya can come out as a student to say what he wants to say, but we can't take that as certificate. We can't take that as records from the university. It's good to see, people, someone come out to testify that you and I were seatmates in university. But beyond that, people have made questions. Where are the pictures? Did they not take pictures in 1979? Do we not have records again? Why Chicago State University, not being very forthcoming with regards to information? Yes, they said, they had to go. Atiku Abubakar has gone to court to try and get them to release information with regards to the educational qualifications of President Bola Tinubu. But this has to go down as one of the most controversial in terms of the credentials of a president in Nigeria. I mean, we have cases like this often, but this is quite interesting. And I can just put the matter to rest. Certificate. Show us evidence of the fact that you went to university.
We need evidence. Totally evidence.
That you worked in a certain organization.
Not blah blah all the time.
Some people know Oluyole when they ask it. So it's not Oluyole. But that's what I don't patronize myself with. Oluyole is about
where you prefix it.
Yeah, so I'm just saying that's not all these things. Just give us the real. That's what Nigerians just want to know the truth.
Yeah. Regards this.
What this is to say before I don't pity anybody.
If you come out to say you went to school with somebody, you have to prove it. You came on air, there were no pictures, you came on air, there was not enough proof and everything. He has to be able to come to proof. And part of proving it also means subjecting himself to other media. So if you come to Arise probably 15 minutes, let's interview him, let's ask him more questions and all of that. And I'm sure he also knows that there's a case currently going on in the court as regards, and let me go back to it, as regards a subpoena by Nauru Eba, that case has now come out to light again,
that petition that we are seeing,
and that petition is out there, because of characters said all sorts of lies and shenanigans. So, you see, let's just tell the truth. The truth will set all of us free.
Right.
The last time, 3 years ago, when this case came up, it was in the state house of something that helped quell the tide of the case. Now it's back up again. Let's just full disclosure.
I just wanted to quickly clarify that petition that was up there. It was on September 8th, a response from CSU to Atiku stating that, Tinubu did attend the Chicago State University, as well as the fact that they cannot truly confirm the, originality of his certificate because they consider it as one of those, how do you call it, a praise certificate of some sort. So that was that petition up there.
Is that this matter of President Tinubu's academic qualification has been on the table for more than 20 years since he was governor. Okay, why is it that when he was governor of Lagos State, nobody showed up? So this Durojaye Ogunsoya, or what is his name? He was not around to come here over 20 years ago. And in any case, if you look at him, he looks quite younger.
He looks younger.
Yeah. So maybe it's on the basis of that David Munde is now saying that this witness, this character witness, this classmate witness, is fake. Yeah. Because David Undeyi has said that I'm sure, it will be responded to by interested parties. Okay, when President Buhari was said not to have attended secondary school, he gathered his classmates. They took photographs with him in the villa. Why is this so difficult? When it was the Ejima College said, within a week,
yes,
two pictures out. Okay, yes. So hard to take up to 20 years. I think we have to do something about qualification. Right. Yeah. Anybody that does not have Tinubu, and anybody whose classmates will show up after 20 years, or whose secondary school classmates will have to come to the villa to validate. Yeah. That's ridiculous. In a country where...
So that is it. It's a ridiculous, It's a shameful for them to be, just allow them to be mocking themselves around the corner, This is not interesting anymore, It's just a bunch of fools, Gullible fools. Call themselves professor, call themselves lecturer, They don't have anything upstairs here. Just talking, and when they pay their off, they lose guide. They lose guide themselves totally. They don't know what they are thinking about. All they are doing is to join the bandwagons and telling lies. This cannot be stand. So let me play you another video that corresponds with this, what we are talking about here. So it's another from the judge, the court of tribunal, that they are doing all their own mess too, The country is in this area now. It's in turmoil. Everything is confused. You don't know who is who. So let me bring you this tribunal judge case, and we round up.
In the sense that there is...
Sorry, just to situation. Let's bring in Rise analyst Frank Tete. Frank, been a while. Thank you for coming to this night. Good to see you. Well, let's try to play the devil's advocate here. Someone's saying it's double standard on the path of the judiciary. Someone's saying, well, not only double standard, it's also fueled by corruption. And why would they have the confidence to go against whatever the Supreme Court lays as a precedence? Speak to us about these inconsistencies.
Well, I think it's more of mischief than being inconsistent, and then also a high level of pretentious incompetence, in the sense that there is on the part of the courts. Okay. Because there is a presumption that the court has judicial notice of every law that is in Nigeria and every piece of decision that has been made by the Supreme Court. Now, even when a court is about to give a judgment, and in that same very morning, it gets a notice of a superior order or position of the Supreme Court, it has to conform its judgment to the position of the Supreme Court. And that is the principle of we call stare decisis, that is, stay by the decision of the superior court. So a tribunal is bound by the decision of the Court of Appeal as much as the Court of Appeal is bound by the decision of the Supreme Court. So it's patriotic, it is not only mischievous but borders on something that is incomprehensible for a judge in Nigeria to realize the principle of stare decisis and that of judicial precedent and disregard it. But there are often reasons why they do so. In this case, but again, if you look at the clear provisions of the judgment that has been delivered against on Tinubu's presidency, particularly on the petition of APM and that of the Labour Party, you wouldn't in any way expect a tribunal to decide still that matters that had to do with the internal affairs of a political party and with regards to the processes that led to the selection of a candidate of another party. A candidate of a different party cannot make that the fulcrum of his of his approaching of his petition, and that's so clear. And to now think that several decisions have recently come out after the Court of Appeal has made that decision becomes very, very dangerous. And I think it's a very serious matter for the National Judicial Council to really, really address.
I'd actually like you to take it up from there. I mean, this group is calling on the NJC to review some of these judgments. I'd like you to talk about that. And is there a bandwagon effect? I mean, since the petty decision on APC and Tinubu, is that what seems to be playing out here?
Well, sometimes
the ruling party seems to be the greater beneficiary of
not necessarily. Perhaps the tides of the time are in its favor. However, if you look at the provisions of Section 134 of the Electoral Act, that says, in presenting a petition before the tribunal, one of the key issues, the basis for which you can present that to tribunal is to challenge the fact that the candidate at that time wasn't qualified to participate in the election. And that becomes a basis why they say, let us actually look at the basis of his candidature, of his nomination. However, the court has in several times since 2016 and copiously with regards to the 2022 Electoral Act stated that such matters that deal with the nomination of an aspirant are pre-election matters and cannot be matters before the tribunal. Now, when you are referring to a bandwagon effect that is happening to Gochinwe, it's now happening to Benila, it even happened even in Delta State with regards to that of Ilumelu, who is a beneficiary but has now become very threatened in the wake of the decision by the Court of Appeal. Now, the challenge therefore is, it's as if we are turning against the principle of law being the guide for certainty in our society. It shouldn't be, law is supposed to cure confusion. Right. You should be able to know that, yes, I am a loser in this matter. I don't need to even go to court. But it's as if we are reducing the court to a gambling spree, where in colloquial terms, people are go and try a lot because it's like a kalo thing. You can't reduce Nigeria's judiciary to that kind of thing. So how do you get
back the judiciary to not just pass judgment, but to actually give justice?
There is a trend now when you see courts of appeal, that is the Court of Appeal and the Supreme Court, now imposing very serious punitive cost against frivolous petitions and frivolous cases that are put before it. The expectation is that there should be some reasonable apprehension, some reasonable understanding of the law by those lawyers, by those litigants that approach the court with regards to needless petitions and needless basis and unfounded grounds for actually trying to waste the time of the court or invoking the jurisdiction of the court. So the first thing, you see, they said all eyes on the judiciary, but we never saw all eyes on INEC, and we never saw all eyes on the political parties. We abandoned the political parties to ride roughshod of plain simple rules that were prescribed in the Electoral Act, and then we allowed INEC to disregard and then to double speak in the first place, and went to that election, and suddenly we just have to come and heap all the responsibility of the judiciary, thinking that it's going to cure all the mess. And so it is not fair to think that the judiciary will provide all of these solutions, whereas there are other institutions that are hell-bent on creating problems, deceiving Nigerians, engaged in double speak and then prevarications, particularly INEC. So if you see, it's fundamental that if we want to remove this debacle, this uncertainty, this unpredictability with regards to our law, which will not create this kind of confusion and trouble that we are facing in our governance, first, INEC should be able to conduct, again, if that becomes stereotyped, free, fair, and credible elections. So that's the problem.
Frank, you're saying that if you tighten the front end properly with INEC, then the back end with the judiciary will not be challenged. Anyway, quite a little unfortunate, if you ask me, that the NJC cannot intervene without being petitioned to do so. Are there other ways we can put out a voice out there, the masses, to the NJC to be invoked?
I don't think so. A responsible institution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria should realize a problem and then, without the prompting of an aggrieved party, should actually address it. Judiciary has been a scapegoat. You need to see, prior to the decision of the Court of Appeal, and even after the decision of the Court of Appeal, the judiciary keeps the vibe, the perception of the judiciary is that it's a corrupt institution. Yeah. It's an institution that is driven by interest, by persons who actually man the judiciary, actually pan pandering to the interest of those who have money and who have political power. Whereas I work as a practicing lawyer, I realize clearly that 90% of the judicial officers that we appear before are men of high integrity and very serious intellectual prowess. Nevertheless, this perception of corruption over the judiciary is as a result of the fact that the NJC doesn't appear to often on its own take proactive measures to instill discipline. When a lawyer carries out any form of misconduct, he's punished, or is tried by the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary Committee. The same thing with the senior advocate. Why is it that it's for judges that will now give the impression that they're pretending that the Supreme Court has not made a decision and then literally deceive and mislead the public with a decision that is contrary? Such a thing should not require any petition, but the NJC must, as in the times where we had courts of coordinate jurisdiction issuing contrary orders and making a mockery of the judiciary, the NJC must act on its own. As we say it in law, must act suo motu.
All right, very quickly. Samson Uwaifo, most respected, retired justice of Nigeria Supreme Court, he said, is more harmful to the society, that is the corrupt judiciary, is more harmful to the society than a man who runs amok with a dagger in a crowded street. An independent report says actually between 2018 and 2020 that judiciary had about 9 billion naira, exchanging hands.
You see,
corruption
no.
is the one. We're trying to.
I can tell you about a matter of practice.
Oh, okay. We actually have a report. Let's see it and then come back to it.
There are a few upsets in the Senate. In Benue State, a former governor, PDP's Gabriel Suswam, was declared winner of the Benue Northeast Senatorial District after nullifying the election of APC's Emmanuel Udende. In nearby Plateau State, the immediate past governor, Simon Lalong, now a minister, was declared winner of the Plateau South Senatorial election. The tribunal invalidated the declaration of Napoleon Bali of the People's Democratic Party as the winner. In North Central State of Kogi, the tribunal declared Natasha Akpoti Uragan of the PDP winner of the Kogi Central Senatorial District and invalidated INEC's declaration of Abubakar Sadiku Wahiari of the PDP as the winner. The situation in Delta State is different. While the ruling on the petition filed by PDP's Ihioyota Amori challenging the declaration of Ede Dafione of the APC as winner of the Delta Central Senatorial District, the tribunal ordered a rerun in 48 polling units. In Anambra State, tribunal ordered supplementary election in some polling units in Inewi North, South, and Ekusigo Federal Constituency, and nullified the election of Abgas Uchenna Elodimo in Oyi and Ayamelum Federal Constituency. The tribunal also ordered a rerun in some polling units, nullifying the election of Abgas Morin Gwacham. Many of the upsets were recorded in the House of Representatives election. In Abia State, the Labour Party was hit hard. Daniel Okeke of the APC was declared as winner of the Aruchuku Ohofia Federal Constituency, nullifying the election of Okwara Osonwa of the Labour Party. In Aba, North South, Emeka Namani of the Labour Party, who was declared by INEC, was sent packing, and Alex Ikwechegi of Abga declared winner. And in Isikwato Umunechi Federal Constituency, Minister of State for Labour Nkiruka Onyejocha of APC was declared winner as the tribunal sacked Amobi Oga of Labour Party. Still in Abia, the tribunal sacked Munachima Lozie, also of the Labour Party, who was declared winner of Obingwa Osisioma Ugunabo Federal Constituency, and ordered a rerun within 90 days. In neighboring Imo State, for Obuo Ihite Ubuma Ihio Mbano Federal Constituency, Jonas Okeke of the PDP was shown the way out and was replaced by APC's Chike Okafor. Ikenga Ugochinyere of the PDP was sacked as representative for Idiato North and South Federal Constituency. The tribunal ordered a rerun between Labour candidate Pascal Obi and APC candidate Chika Obazi Ugochinyere would not participate. The tribunal in Bayelsa State set aside the election of the member representing Sagbama Ikeremo Federal Constituency at the House of Representatives, Fred Agbedi, and directed INEC to conduct a supplementary election. And Musa Ilyasu, who declared election into Kankara
to dignity and indeed trust in the court system.
The learned jurist Lord Denning stated that justice is rooted in confidence, and confidence is lost when a reasonable man leaves the court without perceiving that justice has been served. So there's a huge burden on the administration of justice system in our country to instill, to engender that sense of confidence in the work that he does. But we're not seeing it. I must say, I have taken a lot of time to defend Nigeria's judiciary because I'm a player in that industry. But again, sometimes, truth be told, that when clear principles of law are being disregarded and jettisoned in such reckless manner. You heard the learned senior advocate Alisa Bakwa bemoaning the level of degradation in Nigeria's judiciary when he said you needed to look at the trepidation that greeted whenever the justice of the Supreme Court entered the chambers. You know, because you know that they were going to pronounce their pronouncements are determination of the direction of the entire destiny of a country. But gone are those days. That reverence for the High Court judge, for the courts, the justice of the Court of Appeal and Supreme Court justice, that reverence has been lost. So it may not be their fault, but because of the unnecessary inundation of the judiciary with frivolous cases. And again, why should it be that it's just enough? I mean, many of those cases, many of those decisions were given by the tribunal will certainly be overturned if we were to have a law that is certain at the Court of Appeal and certainly at the Supreme Court. The reason is that law should be predictable. Law should not be something that is as a result of knowing the judge. Let's throw away that a terrible statement that a good lawyer is the one who knows the law, but you know, a great lawyer is the one who knows the judge. What a very nefarious and sinister statement is that. That is, you must know a judge before you win a case in Nigeria. Look at how the justices deprecated some of the best of lawyers we have in this country at the last judgment of the Court of Appeal. That was unnecessary. State the law. You're not there to defend yourself as a judge. For goodness sake, there is a lot that hangs when justice prevails over a country. But when it's lost, there is a whole lot, a price to pay if there is no certainty, if there is no hope that a common man or even whoever it is can find justice in a country. It's a crucial and critical situation, and the judiciary has to rise up to this very, very serious problem that is facing now. It's a crisis of confidence indeed.
Indeed, like Caesar's wife, the judiciary must.
Anyway, guys, thank you for watching. So this is how we have it today. So next time, join us and we have another episode for you. Surely this is our commitment, you know, on this page, Timo Starboy channel blog, on Facebook, on YouTube, Timo Starboy Reality Talk TV, on Twitter at Timothy Olaripo1. Please join us in those three. So have a lovely weekend. Bye. Thank you.